someone would have told us when Chris was 12 years old that he was going to have an addiction problem, we would have probably laughed at him and said, yeah, no, that's just not his personality. We noticed the first signs of trouble with Chris was when he was probably about 14 years old. As time went on, we started to see his grades fail. Then he kind of went off the deep end and he got into heroin.
That first 30-day program we sent him out to, that was difficult. We had a lot of hope. And after that, Dara and I were looking at each other saying, what can we do? We found a place in Prescott, Arizona, and a community down there that welcomed him with open arms. He ended up going there 4 or 5 different times.
Christopher and I, we met in Maui. No better place to fall in love, I guess, than a tropical island. And he was one of the most passionate people I've ever met. Had a lot of fun times and a lot of hard times with our addictions.
Chris changed his world again and got back on the straight and narrow, had a wonderful job. There was a few relapses here and there, but for the most part, he was good enough that after he met Sasha that we thought it's time for us to bring him into our business. And we thought we were on the road to recovery then, but we knew that pride was still a big part of it. 2
weeks before he died, he always said he never wanted to have children because he was afraid they would be like him and his struggles that he had. And 2 weeks before he died, we were in the boat and he looked at me and he said, Mom, Sasha's gonna be done with nursing school in May. And he goes, I just wanna let you know we're gonna start a family. That was the moment when I really thought for the first time in his 33 years that we were over the hump of addiction. And 2 weeks later, he died.
One of the biggest problems when we were dealing with this with Chris was there just really was no facilities available. Unless you made a huge amount of money and could afford $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month, maybe even more, there was no treatment here. We have 4 very important things in our mission of the Christopher Walden House of Hope. It's gotta be local. It absolutely has to be local. Addicts need to have their family around them. They need to be able to visit them. It's gotta be low cost. It can't be $6,000 and $10,000 and $20,000 a month for that. The families simply just can't afford it. And it's gotta be nonprofit. This is not for us. Our son is dead. This is for you guys. We want every penny that is earned or raised for the Christopher Walden House of Hope to go back into the community. And the last one is it's gotta be long-term. It's a lifetime sickness. It has to be treated the rest of their life, but recovery doesn't happen in 30 days. The opportunity's gotta be there for people to stay or go back or maybe disconnect at a lesser level of treatment, but it's gotta be long-term. When we first started, when we came up with the idea of the Christopher Walden House of Hope, we sat down and thought about it. And our mission was originally to go out there and build a facility. As we started thinking about this, we figured, okay, it's going to take us 5 years to build this facility, raising money, grassroots like we're doing. And then we started thinking about what if we just joined with the rehabilitation program that we want to partner with. What if we joined together and helped them and they helped us and we all got to where we want to go? In the process, we met with Philip from Set Free and we started talking with Set Free. But I just really liked Philip and his program and the whole how Set Free did things.
At Set Free Alaska, we dream of all Alaskans experiencing God's love, lasting freedom, and abundant life. I am so thankful for the partnership that we are developing with the Christopher Walden House of Hope, with the family and the friends and the loved ones that have gathered around their mission. The Walden family has done so much to honor the legacy and to use a tragedy that happened with them to promote health, healing, and service delivery in the state of Alaska. And it is so inspiring to see what they've been able to accomplish, and even more so, their hearts. It's so important that we come alongside of individuals, not just to help them find freedom from addiction, but also so that they can find hope for their future.
I think the reason why we connected so well with Philip at Set Free is because he has the same mindset, the same mission that we have. And they come to realize that the program that Philip has at Set Free, the belief system, the way it operates. And we thought, man, if we could do this, we could be starting a program, a feasible, tangible program at 2.5 years.
And so we started having meetings, and that's how this cultivated. And we're just super excited now because our mission is to save lives. How many people would we lose waiting? So we are just super excited about this partnership that we have going.
Still broken, still out there homeless, didn't have any place to go to. I finally got enough firewood to last for the night, and I was exhausted. And so I finally laid down and I woke up and there was no fire in the fireplace. I was freezing cold and I didn't know what to do. I just broke down and cried. And all of a sudden I'm like, I can call Set Free and I could call Shannon. I knew that if I left treatment without somewhere else to go, I'd be back on the streets. I felt at home. I felt safe. I felt welcomed and loved. They did nothing but shower me with compassion and no judgment. And the no judgment part is what topped it for me, is because I dealt with judgment my whole life, and I didn't want to deal with that anymore. They just gave me positive affirmations every day, encouraged me, and just kept telling me, keep doing your best, keep doing good, and you're gonna make it. And not even 2 weeks after I was here, I found a job. They helped me get my license. They helped me get my social security card. 2 months after that, I found my own place. I got my kids back in December. Like the week of Christmas, they were like, yep, you can start home trial visits with your kids. And they've been in our house ever since. It's been awesome.
Recovery Residence really focuses on individuals who are coming out of a residential treatment center or who are coming out of incarceration. And the goal of it is to help reduce recidivism and keep them from going back into jail, to help get them a solid footing so that they can actually move forward in the recovery and in the hope for their future. When someone goes through our Recovery Residence program, they graduate out with a year or more sobriety, with employment, with a rental history, with a deposit, all the things that they need to actually take that next step in walking out their future and destiny in lasting freedom.
Our hope is that the Christopher Walden House of Hope is investing in the future of Alaska. There's no better opportunity right now for the community to step up and help us. This is for you. And it takes the community to do this. And our hope is to be able to get some power behind us, some major corporations that understand this and that want to help give back to the future. Because if they're giving back to the future of Alaska, they're giving back to their companies, because this affects all of us.
If we're putting this much work into it and we're getting all these people involved in this, we can't just let it go away in 5 years or 10 years. We need corporate sponsors. We need recurring corporate sponsorships. We need long-term donations.